The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Throwing again. Carr. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Josh Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Flip. Check safety. Hey, switch gears. Hey, watch easy.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Easy. Get him. Mike 51.
Here's Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wait. 51.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
6:37.
To throw, it's Carr. He's going to loft one deep left. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Paul Richardson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. It's that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
5 on 50. 5 on 50. 41 to Mike. 41 to Mike. Check 41. I'm coming after you. Mike 41. I'm going to wedge that, huh? I got it. 41 Mike.
Jameis to throw it. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 17-14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey, tighten down. Easy. Kill. Smooth.
To throw again. Carr, complete. Richardson has it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, you got three,
Again, it's Carr. Open man is Gordon, complete. A good pickup there at 22.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's another Broncos first down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm going to come back to you.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. This fielded at the 2. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. He completes it to Evans. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now a first down carry by Jones. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check 15, check 15.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
Ready, black 25. Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right. Even, 4 down, even.
On third down, here's Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Gay's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A huge play there for Denver. 49 yards on the ground. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Carr now on first down. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. To throw his Carr. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Double time, double time. Watch the eye.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
Strip that ball. Mike, get you on. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go. It's coming. Yeah. We don't want none. 50 wants the mic. Easy.
Working out of the gun. Winston. It's caught. Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Winston, the offense, with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Oh, Jack. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
Winston. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Right here, guys. Fight. Come on. Sunday. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Kill. Hey, 5-0. Check it
out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock. And
that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. McManus now for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Ready.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Rip left.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath, as now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Mike, once more. Mike 51. Mike 51. Ready?
Winston now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing, Winston. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Alpha.
From the gun, it's Carr. Able to get this to Gordon. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr, and down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 22. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Wild Bill. Go, Mike. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Easy. I'm coming for you. You mine. 51 to Mike. 51 to 5.
To throw is Winston. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Winston. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark. No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is down to a field goal. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score. They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Let's go, let's bring it. Ready to go.
First down, Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From the gun, Winston eluding the pressure right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And it's 3rd down.
The Bucs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. To the air again with Winston. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down. But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right? Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal. From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now it's Lindsey. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. Another run by Lindsey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities. And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
From the gun, Carr. Over the middle complete. It's Richardson. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Oh, here we go. Oh, 618. Right there. 54. Get set. 54 Mike. Check pass. Check pass.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Jones has it. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
We got three. We got three, fellas. We got three.
Operating from the gun. Carr. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Hey, check 24. Watch 22.
Now Carr. He'll find Lindsey here. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. Flush to his right. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And McManus able to put it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Get that ball. Check. go, even.
They'll run it with Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. I don't even know why his team showed up. Hey, 41 Mike. He can't hang.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Winston on fourth down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky. Check. Showing it. Sonny.
Winston to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Winston now from the 50. Just keeping the... And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory, and I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. So we got man. Mike 22, Mike 22.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter down in Arizona. And the Cardinals continuing to surge. They've scored again. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
One-yard gain.